when you said the three C's, culture, and then the other two, and was
Community.
it commas, a community and
Oh,
commas,
okay,
C-O-M.
I'm sorry. Community, culture, and commerce.
Commerce.
C,
Okay.
yeah, COMMER, whatever. Commerce. So community, you know, so commerce is what you're selling, community are the people, and culture would be how these people operate collectively. You know, the perfect example of that is if you picture a round swimming pool, right? And if you have a round swimming pool, you know, like the kind that are in the backyard that are above ground, round swimming pool. If you've ever been in one and you get 2 or 3 of your buddies, if you stand on the outsides of them, so you're towards the railings, and you all walk in the same direction, what happens is it's hard to walk, right? It's hard to walk when there's 3 of you, okay? That's community. Culture is all of us doing it together at the same time, because if culture, if this guy's walking this way and you're walking the same way, you never actually get the flow of the water, right? But what happens is if you collectively get 3 people and then all of a sudden your friend jumps in and now there's 4 of you walking in the same direction, and now there's 5 of you that jump in, what happens is all of a sudden all of us collectively working the same way, the inertia of the water begins to actually go faster and faster to where it's easier to walk. And eventually the momentum of the water goes so fast that you can get it going, that you can actually pick your feet up, and the momentum of the actual current will pick you up and move you by itself. So I equate that. The reason that's a kind of a weird story, but it's an easy way to understand the power of everybody as a team, as a community, working together with the right culture and concepts that collectively do that. The reason it's this story is it was told to me by a guy that had made hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in a networking company as the #1 money earner, and he was in Indonesia at an event, came out of the hotel room in the lobby to walk outside where the pool was, and it was a massive, like 60, 70 foot round swimming pool, and he heard this huge ruckus, couldn't figure what it was, and he said he ran out there to hear what this noise was, and he looked, and there was like 60 people in this thing going like this, like a spinning cycle, laundry thingy, right, a washing machine, that they were like on a spin cycle. And he said without thinking, he immediately ran and jumped in it and got swept up in the current. He killed 2 cell phones, lost his watch, the whole 9 yards, right? He said jumping into that pool cost him over $1,000. But he said but when he got out, he said, what happened? He said the lesson was that he asked, he said, how'd this happen? He said 3 or 4 people jumped in and started walking, and then a few more people saw them and they got in and started all walking together to see if they could do it. And eventually more people jumped in, and pretty soon when the momentum started to go like this, more and more people without thinking just started jumping in and running and running and running. So by the time he came here, the opportunity was easier and he just jumped in without thinking about it. That's community, culture, and creating momentum all in a stupid story, but you'll never forget it because commerce is just what we're marketing. Community and culture is how we do it. And people from the outside eventually go, I want to jump in that pool. I want to jump in that pool. I want to jump in that pool, because he said all those people were laughing and having a great time. And that's why he dove in and killed 2 cell phones and lost his watch. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. So we're at that place now where we're walking around the pool and we're beginning to get some of that momentum started. We just keep going.
Correct. Right now it's trudging. We're trudging to get the water going, but we're all moving in the right direction. You're doing Zooms. I'm doing Zooms. Tommy's doing Zooms. Lynn's doing Zooms. Marina's doing Zooms, right? Everybody's doing these things. We're all going in the right direction. We're all starting to tell the same story. And what's going to happen here in the next 30 days is that momentum's going to go like this. And then all of a sudden, pretty soon it's going to go like this. And by the time we get to Vegas, we're going to have it like this. And then after Vegas, what's going to happen is everybody that sees what the buzz is just going to start piling in. So I didn't mean to monopolize the call, but I'm sorry. But
no, this was perfect. We needed to hear that, Mike, because those visuals, those stories, that's what we are. We're storytellers, not sellers. We tell those stories, and those visuals really, they spark our imagination, which gives us hope and helps us to keep moving forward in faith. So Mike, thank you so much. I know